Hi everyone, and welcome to the second assignment, which is the walkthrough and comparison of the idea which I decided to work with. So without further ado, let us begin. For the system description, we could say that Fresh Fitness is described as a platform for fitness trainers and their clients to connect via an online platform. Trainers will basically conduct classes positioned in front of a video camera, and that camera will then send a live feed back into the Fresh Fitness platform, and then the viewers who are looking on, whether it's at home or at a studio, they will be able to view, hear, and follow along with their trainers. So we want to look at performing tasks on the platform that I am designing. The tasks that can be performed are basically split between the trainers who are registered as trainers on the platform and the attendees who are registered as attendees on the platform. So, alright, trainers first. Listed out here, the first thing we have is that trainers can set up sessions and dictate the duration. So basically they can decide what day in the week and what time they would like a session to start, and once it has started, what's the allocated duration. Could be half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour and a half, etc. They have the they have the ability to decide how long it could be. Secondly, they can set up their trainer profiles with a profile photo, with contact information, experience, the studios that they operate in. Of course, the process of becoming a trainer on the platform would require some level of scrutineering. So you would submit your become a trainer request. We would go over it, evaluate it, and once we can verify your credentials that you are who you say you are, then we would provide you with the facilities to actually become a trainer and access all of these nice goodies on the platform. So once we have verified their credentials, then they would be able to do all of these tasks. Thirdly, if they have a session running, they could choose a virtual background from a predefined list. Even if they have a photo that they would like to use or a video that they would like to use, it can be uploaded into the system. But of course, all of that is just optional. If they prefer to use the natural environment that they are in, of course they could opt to use no virtual backgrounds at all, and that's fine. Of course, they can conduct the live sessions. Once the time of a schedule is approaching, they could start the session and wait for the attendees to eventually join the session and begin the class. They can also set up payment methods. So, like how a lot of people make use of things like PayPal. Trainers could set up their PayPal to receive payments on the platform as well. They also have the ability to view all of their customers who have subscribed and paid for their services. That way they could just familiarize themselves more with who their audience is, the names of those who are joining their sessions, etc. And finally, they could also provide certificates to customers who may have completed specialized series or courses that they may have. So apart from their regular training sessions, they could also create a series or a course, and at the end of that course, they would have the ability to award an e-certificate to their attendees or to their subscribers. So that's basically how that works. The attendees, they also have a few things that they could do as well, as mentioned. So the first thing to note is, unlike trainers, attendees do not have to go through any scrutineering process to sign up. They simply click on sign up, enter their information, which would be the usual email address, password, and that's pretty much it. It's as easy as signing up on any other website. Once they do and they confirm their email address, they will be able to set up a profile photo. They can add a bit of bio information about themselves. They could say what classes they are a part of, and they could even show off any certificates that they have received from their trainers. These can actually be posted on their profile as well, sort of like a badge to show their achievements. They can select and view trainers from a catalog. So when they do sign up on the site, they can decide what category of training they want to get involved in. First of all, if it's yoga, if it's spin classes, if it's course fitness. And once they have selected the category, they can then decide which trainer they feel most comfortable with. They can also subscribe to the trainers and join their live sessions that they have scheduled. So once they found the trainer that they like, they would subscribe, pay for the session or sessions that they want to be involved in, and then basically join that session whenever it is scheduled to begin. And lastly, if for whatever reason attendee has to miss a class that they paid for, that's fine. They would be able to come back at a later date, view the recorded session, and even download it if they like. In terms of the audience that the platform is geared towards, firstly, we are targeting trainers who would like to be a part of the platform, especially those who have been impacted negatively because of the lockdown measures that are being implemented due to the COVID-19 virus. They now have the opportunity to come onto this platform and continue their practice and earn an income as well. And secondly, it's also geared towards all of those fitness lovers who would have previously attended classes in the gyms and in studios and are now no longer able to do so. They can also now resume their fitness goals by joining the platform as an attendee, finding a category, selecting a trainer, and then continue in their fitness journey. So that is basically who it's geared towards: trainers, certified trainers, and also those fitness lovers who want to continue their fitness journey. In terms of finding a comparative platform, there was one that is called STEMS Fitness. So what you would see on screen now is a table that basically shows the differences and the similarities between Fresh Fitness and STEMS Fitness. The first item on the list, as you see, is that the ability to register as a trainee or an attendee is there. Whereas with STEMS Fitness, that wasn't available. You could only sign up as a person who is looking to just find a schedule, make your payments, and jump right into the class. If you are a trainer looking for a platform to continue your practice, you won't be able to do that on the comparative platform, but it is provided on the Fresh Fitness end. Secondly, Fresh Fitness is intended to be conducted completely virtually. Of course, if a trainer decides that he or she wants to have one or two of their attendees in the environment where they are, that's fine, it's up to them. But the idea is really to have these sessions conducted virtually. However, STEMS Fitness goes a bit further, and they also provide in-person classes based on the information that was provided on their website. Next on the list, we could see that Fresh Fitness uses a built-in video streaming service, whereas the comparative platform actually uses Zoom. And as you would know, Zoom comes with its own host of features, so I guess you could think of that as added value to the STEMS Fitness platform. Both platforms accept online payments. They both provide recordings of any past sessions. As I mentioned before, if an attendee misses a session for whatever reason, they could go back, access the recording, view it, download it, whatever they like. The next item we have here is the personalization of user and trainer profiles, which is available on Fresh Fitness. Whereas on the other end, they don't really have any facilities for profile personalization. You basically just sign up on that platform, you find a class, you subscribe to it, and you join, and that's it. Alright. After that, you could select and view trainers from a catalog, Fresh Fitness. On the other end, there isn't a catalog of trainers to select from. You just are able to view the scheduled classes within the category that you have selected, the fitness category. You would see the scheduled classes and you pick a class, and that's it. Whichever trainer is available on that day, they take up the class and you follow. Alright. Both platforms provide the use of virtual background for your video sessions, as I would have mentioned before, for Fresh Fitness. And because STEMS Fitness uses Zoom for their streaming, as you may know, Zoom also has virtual backgrounds built in. So that's a feature that both of these platforms share. In terms of security, the idea is to have SSL and TLS encryption enabled, because we have to protect user information, which is both our trainers and our attendees who would be entering sensitive information on the platform. So we have to make sure that sort of data is protected. On the other end, it wasn't really specified what type of security was used on STEMS Fitness, although I'm sure that there is some sort of security implemented. It wasn't explicitly stated on their website. Then on the Fresh Fitness end, if you are a trainer, you can view attendance and performance reports at the end of each session. Similarly, because STEMS uses Zoom, you can also view reports, but of course Zoom is something that is still external from the actual STEMS website. And finally, both platforms are confirmed to provide various disciplines. So if you're interested in yoga, you would find it there. If you're interested in spinning classes, you can find it there. If you're interested in strength development or some form of cross fitness, they both have a wide array of categories that you can choose from. As we continue the comparison, what you would see here is the general idea of what part of the front page of Fresh Fitness looks like. So we have the sign up button, we have the pricing, we have the about us, support, login, resources. So a very simple front page. This will be the first thing users see when they visit the Fresh Fitness website. On the comparative end, this is also an idea of what STEMS Fitness presents. This is just part of their homepage that I have included in the screenshot for you to view here. Alright, so my final thoughts on these two platforms. I would say that the Fresh Fitness platform is a bit more robust in that it caters for both trainers and attendees alike, and it gives all the other features such as providing certificates, building your user profile with photos and bio information, etc. Whereas on the other end, that isn't something that is available to be done. And what I think is a downside to the STEMS fitness platform is that it also requires the attendees to both sign up on their website and also create a Zoom account. Well, assuming that they don't already have one, you now have to also create a Zoom account so that you can join these training sessions. So I just thought that that's something that I didn't see as very user-friendly, whereas the Fresh Fitness platform, everything is centralized, everything is done right there. There is no external parties being used to provide the service, so to speak. And finally, I would say that I think that the comparative platform is a bit more user-friendly because there aren't as many bells and whistles as the Fresh Fitness platform. So in terms of getting familiar with navigation, because there aren't as many features, users may be able to become familiar with that platform a bit faster compared to Fresh Fitness. So that is my final thoughts on the comparison between the two platforms. And for now, I would say that is it. I would conclude assignment 2 here, and I would see everyone in the beginning of our next video.